I'm here to share with you the good news about American Beach and some life lessons that I learned from my auntie, the beach lady, from the example of Abraham Lincoln Lewis, and from the writer, Octavia Butler, on how we might approach the next 90 years. I'd like you to invite you to listen to me from a certain perspective, a certain point of view. Listen to what I'm about to share from the point of view that nothing I'm about to share is true and everything I'm about to share is real, or vice versa. It's just a possible way to honor the past, celebrate the present, and embrace the future. I'm listed on the program as the protector of the dream. 90 years from now will be 2115. 3 to 4 generations away. There's an indigenous Native American belief held amongst many nations that all of our current actions, all of our current decisions, should be made from the standpoint of looking at their impact on the next 7 generations. So we're halfway there. 90 years seems like a mighty long time until we consider that in the life cycle of the planet, it's but a blink of an eye. Consider that America is 250 years old and didn't even include the state of Florida at its inception. But the indigenous nations, the Timucua, the Seminole, Creek, were here on Turtle Island 20,000 years before that. Consider, again, not like it's real, definitely like it's true, that all time is now, an eternal now, or as the beach lady would say, baby, it's all happening. Some interesting notes on time. Currently, we are about as far away from World War II as people in World War II were from the Civil War. Anne Frank and Martin Luther King were born the same year. When Harriet Tubman was born, Thomas Jefferson was alive. When she died, Ronald Reagan was alive. The last surviving widow of a Confederate soldier died in 2008. The same year, an African-American man was elected President of the United States. All of the work of the beach lady that we tend to think of in terms of protecting American Beach, laying the foundation for the Abraham Lewis, A.L. Lewis Museum, preserving Nana, raising environmental awareness, and working on behalf of monarch butterflies and right whales, happened in but a brief 30 years. She lived a whole nother life before that. Some of us are wondering how we make it through to the next 90 years, or even the next year, when it seems in many ways like we might be going backwards, like progress is eroding, like these might be precarious or perilous times. 2025 has been a doozy of a year on so many levels. It's only January. How do we get to 2115? How do we protect the dream for the next 90 years or the next 90 days? I have good news. We've already made it through the 10 darkest weeks of the year from November 16th to January 22nd. Hold on tight. The light is coming. I have a secret. We are the light. Protecting the dream. When we first encounter a dreamer, we often say, they just a dreamer. They sure do have big dreams. They're a dreamer. They're unrealistic, not grounded in reality, moving too fast, too radical, too extreme, not sensible, too woo-woo or airy-fairy. We look at their dream and we say, well, that's easier said than done. But what if the power was in the saying? There's power in the spoken word, and we can create a new world just by speaking it into existence. Dreamers don't just talk about it, they blend their dream with aligned, committed action until it becomes a vision. They share that vision with their beloved community until it becomes bigger than them and belongs to the collective. And then people refer to them as not as an unrealistic dreamer, but as a prophetic visionary. Imagine that. Yes, exactly. Imagine that. Maveen believed in the healing power of nature and the signs and symbols in nature and in numbers. 2025 is the year of the snake, and it's a number 9 year in numerology. Maveen believed that her neighbors were not just Mr. Natural or Dr. Watson or Mr. Rudy or T. Holmes, may they all rest in peace, but that the gopher tortoise, the trees, the sea oats, and the sand dunes are also our neighbors, and they are unconditionally loving and accepting, and they are always in communication with us if we only but stop to listen to what they have to tell us. 2025, that's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 in numerology is a deep feeling year. In a 9 year, you take the lessons of the last 8 years of growing, sometimes painfully, and the gifts of that growth. Combine them all. 9 is a year of completion. It's the end of a cycle. It's time to wrap things up, complete your unfinished business, reflect, and heal. It's a year to release and let it go and prepare for the next cycle. Number 9 is a year of gratitude. Number 9 says, don't give up hope. It's just the beginning of the year, and allow things to dissolve when they're ready. 2025 is a snake year. Sister Snake is not to be feared, but to be learned from. She's a feminine archetype who routinely sheds a new skin, a changeling who is highly adaptive. Before she sheds, she hibernates. She goes inside. She rests. She releases the old skin that no longer serves and gathers energy for the new growth, the new beginning. The year of the snake teaches us profound self-improvement. The snake doesn't get scared or act surprised when it's time to shed its skin. She knows. It's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the cycle. Or as someone we know would say, it's all connected, baby. Consider then that we are in the season of withdrawal and preparation as we get ready to shed and welcome in the renewal and rebirth. Faith and fear both demand that you believe in something you cannot see. You choose. Let us, in 2025, use the lessons of 1935 to bring us to 2115. 1935 was a precarious, somewhat dangerous year, a time of profound change and seeming ubiquitous peril. It was the height of Jim Crow. It was the era of the Scottsboro Boys, the Tuskegee Study. Italy invaded Ethiopia. Himmler began a breeding program to produce an Aryan super race. 3 died, and 100 were injured in a Harlem riot. The Dust Bowl devastated the the Midwest, and a hurricane hit Amelia Island. How did we get through such times and survive and thrive? And how do we think we'll get through our current times? We know that we have all the necessary tools. How do we know? because we're here. How did we get through it? We utilized mutual aid and benefit. We built community. We used constructive activism and committed aligned action to bring a dream into a vision and a vision to fruition. We relied on each other. We recognized that we're all in this thing together, that we're our own best thing, that we're the ones we're waiting for, and that we're all we've got. Civil rights leader Diane Nash told us that freedom is, by definition, people recognizing that they are their own leaders. In 1993, sci-fi writer, Pasadena, California born, Octavia E. Butler, wrote a novel, Parable of the Sower, which opens in a future July 22nd, 2024. Los Angeles is consumed by flames in a future ravaged by climate change, economic inequality, authoritarian leadership, and rampant racism. Although it sounds bleak, it spoke of dire possibilities, which now seem eerily prophetic. She ultimately emphasized hope and action to learn from the past, anticipate change, and create a better future. The philosophy summed in Parable of the Sower is all that you touch, you change. All that you change changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. She said, transformation is not only essential, not only beautiful, transformation simply is. Everything is in a constant state of becoming. In other words, it's all connected and it's all happening. To get us to 2115 and beyond, let us protect the dream by considering that all time, all time, all time is now. The only right time to act is now. The only right place is here. Learn from Sister Snake and easily shed our previous skins that no longer serve. Complete our unfinished business. Anticipate, embrace, and adapt to change, and utilize the examples of 1935 to carry us forward to 2025. To sum up the lessons of Parable of the Sower, embrace adaptability, cultivate community, prioritize learning and teaching, formal and informal education. Be vigilant in defending your values and freedoms. Foster empathy and compassion in the face of human suffering. Embrace uncertainty. Maintain hope and unwavering belief in human potential. Listen to nature. Find the fight and the delight. I learned a new vocabulary word yesterday, and that word is apricity. Appreciate the apricity. Apricity is the warmth of the sun on a winter day. Thank you.